Next on Lafayette Live, the community gets a chance to inspect the new bridges linking Lafayette and West Lafayette.
That's right, Mike. Local folks and official folks gathered this afternoon to cut the ribbon opening Phase 2 of railroad relocation.
Larry Clisby looks at a pair of local left-handers who have been virtually unhittable this baseball season. Next on Lafayette Live.
You're watching WLFI TV 18. Now, where Lafayette looks for news in the 90s, this is Lafayette Live, TV 18 News at 6, with Mike Piggott, Jill Dittmeyer, Steve Shear with weather, and Larry Clisby with sports.
We're cutting the red tape now. We're very good. Just wait till I see a mayor with
And with a cut of the scissors and the roar of the crowd, Phase 2 of railroad relocation came to a ceremonial end this afternoon. Good afternoon. Just over an hour ago, the downtown bridges were officially opened with the help of some local, state, and federal officials. Mayor Jim Reilly has been the driving force behind this project all along, and today he was only too happy to share his success with the citizens of Tippecanoe County.
We welcome you for the ribbon cutting for the State Road 26 bridge. Celebrating the second phase of railroad relocation. We appreciate the opportunity to be with you and to thank you for the support that you've had and given to this program through the years.
It certainly will symbolize the new age, the new bridge that spans the river and that brings the east side and the west side of Tippecanoe County, West Lafayette and East Lafayette together.
I get told quite often that this is a pork barrel. Well, I want you folks to know, each time you drive across this, just remember, you're driving across a pork barrel that is bringing your tax dollars, built by your tax dollars, bringing it back home. And if this is a pork barrel, I'm proud to have been a small part of making sure that you have a bridge that will connect east side and west side. East side, west side, watch the traffic flow. We cross the Wabash in nothing flat, as fast as we can go. Even though trains are running, we will not be detained. Let's finish all of the phases, friends, and never more complain.
And one of those people certainly not complaining this afternoon is project manager Liz Solberg. Congratulations to you. A lot of sweat and time and effort. How are you feeling today?
Oh, just wonderful. I think the balloons over my shoulders say it all. It was a great day for celebrating, and wonderful to have Congressman Myers here with us so we can thank him for all he's done for the project, and Representative Chairman Bob Kirk from CSX, but more importantly, all the people that came to celebrate a really historic day in our community.
They sure did, and today they were walking over the bridge. Now, we saw Mayor Reilly's kids and Congressman Myers' kids got to drive over the bridge.
Right.
When do we get to drive over the bridge?
Well, I'm not sure. If you can get it out of the contractor, you're doing better than we are. They have said that they are on schedule to be sure that the bridge is opened up before Memorial Day, which is what they have been telling us. So sometime, probably, we'll come out and find that bridge open before the Memorial Day weekend.
How about a quick update on the other phases here?
Oh, active on all of them. 9th Street will finish on this fall. We will have a contract letting in June for segment number 4, and we have design work getting started on segment number 5, so we're really on the way.
On the move. Thank you, Liz Solberg, for joining us. We'll let you get back and celebrate with everybody else.
Thank you very much.
Well, another major construction project.
Next on Lafayette Live, the bridges aren't quite ready, but the show goes on.
Although they don't know when the opening date is just yet, officials cut the ceremonial ribbon on the twin spans connecting Twin Cities.
2 county commissioners talk about why the courthouse restoration is costing $4 million more than originally budgeted.
Stay tuned for Lafayette Live next.
Watching WLFI TV 18. Now, where Lafayette looks for news in the 90s. This is Lafayette Live, TV 18 News at 11. With Jill Dittmeyer, Joel Allen, Steve Shear with weather, and Larry Clisby with sports.
Good evening. Local folks and local officials gathered this afternoon to cut the ribbon opening the new downtown bridges.
Mayor Jim Reilly hosted the ceremonies, capping years of hard work and determination.
The construction of this bridge, of course, will accommodate the railroad relocation, but also it's more than that. It's reinforcing the cooperation that have existed between the cities of Lafayette and West Lafayette and Tippecanoe County through the years. This is a new generation, if you will, of cooperation and working together to make our communities the best in the state of Indiana.
For those who are critics, this money be spent someplace in the United States. It was budgeted. It was going to be appropriated. When we bring it back home, you see your own tax dollars coming back to work for you. And I'm going to continue to support this program. And in the future, when our children and our grandchildren will have this safe bridge to pass, they can thank the people like yourselves here.
Thanks very, very much for the emphasis on safety. Safety and quality go together for the railroad. It's an extremely important thing. A couple months ago, we became the safest railroad in the country after having been 9th some years ago, 7th and 9th. And that's what we want to put the emphasis on. We commend it to you, and thank you very much for keeping the emphasis on that, Jim.
Here we go. East side, west side, all around the town. Our cities now are united by this lovely river ground. Now we'll cross the river with the greatest of ease. We'll fly from east side to west and back as smoothly as we please.
Now, no official date for cars to use the bridge has been determined, but project manager Liz Solberg says it should be within the next week.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Lafayette Citizens Band celebrating their 150th anniversary this year. We have a short program for you. Begin with a police color call. Here to bring you greetings from West Lafayette, Mayor Sonia Marjorie.
Well, this is a wonderful day to symbolize, and that's Mayor James Reilly. Jim has had Ain't God Good to Indiana?
A job of this size and magnitude.
With so many people, you just recognize the mayor really as the architect, but there are so many people to be thanked, and you are the people here today, you are the folks that need to be thanked for this occasion this day. That's a big mouth. Remember, you're driving across the front road, and they're bringing your tax dollars. You'll find your tax dollars when you're back home. This is the first time. For those who are critics, this money has been someday in the United States, budgeted, going to be appropriated, we'll bring it back home.
And that's what we want to put the emphasis on. We commend it to you, and thank you very much for keeping the emphasis on it.
Like the other major railroad,
47, and as I grew up here in West Lafayette in the mid-50s and early 60s, I remembered seeing articles.
I never liked the very
Bridge, the state is pleased and proud to take it into our transportation system. Congratulations and thank you.
The complexity of this project by coordinating all of these entities to make the project go. But here representing the Indiana Division of Federal Highway Administration is Doug Head. Doug?
Our cities now are united by this lovely river. With the greatest of ease, we'll fly from east
State senators and state representatives taking over
Roll onto the river.
Facing what direction?
Well, they...
John, grab
those things are...
It's onto the river.
Frank! Mayor, hold up the scissors. Hold up the scissors.
Mary Jo. Watch out. TV people, clowny.
Hold the ribbon.
You want to hold that up?
See if it works. If it doesn't, we'll use it. Down in front! Down!
Look out.
Here,
We're cutting the red tape now. We're very good.
See a mayor with scissors that day, I tell you.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
You ready? All right.
Ready on the right. Ready on the left.
Watch this.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Lafayette Citizens Band celebrating their 150th anniversary this year. They're great. I want to thank you for coming out on a beautiful spring afternoon, although yesterday I wouldn't have bet we had a day like this. But to welcome you for the ribbon cutting for the State Road 26 Bridge, celebrating the second phase of railroad relocation. We appreciate the opportunity to be with you and to thank you for the support that you've had and given to this program through the years. We have a short program for you, but to begin with, we're going to have the presentation of colors by the Tippecanoe County Metropolitan Police Color Guard. Thank you. The construction of this bridge, of course, will accommodate the railroad relocation, but also it's more than that. It's reinforcing the cooperation that have existed between the cities of Lafayette and West Lafayette and Tippecanoe County through the years. This is a new generation, if you will, of cooperation and working together to make our communities the best in the state of Indiana. Here to bring you greetings from West Lafayette, Mayor Sonia Marjorie.
Well, this is a wonderful day to symbolize this very exciting occasion and a very historic occasion. But I would be remiss if I didn't give you a chance to honor the true architect of this vision, and that's Mayor James Reilly. Jim has had the vision and the perseverance and the patience to see this project through phase 4. But it certainly will symbolize the new age, the new bridge that spans the river and that brings the east side and the west side of Tippecanoe County, West Lafayette and East Lafayette together. This is a great day, and thank you all for coming. And ain't God good to Indiana?
Thank you, Sonia. Well, a job of this size and magnitude requires, of course, the cooperation and support of many, many people. The next speaker, I'm sure that you know, and one who has been a strong supporter of Lafayette Railroad relocation. We have met with Congressman Myers in Washington many times. We've had the opportunity to meet with committee members and members of staff that we've had the opportunity to present our case to. He has always been there to support this project. Let's give a warm Lafayette welcome to Congressman John Myers.
Thank you very much, Mayor Riley and Mayor Rodrum and other distinguished guests on the dais. Sanja, and you said, ain't God good, Indiana. Bill Herschel wrote that poem many, many years ago, and how appropriate those words are here today. Ain't God good, Indiana. There's so many people. You've just recognized the mayor really as the architect, but there are so many people to be thanked, and you, the people here today, really are the folks that need to be thanked for this occasion, this day. I have a big mouth. I get told that quite often, some of you. But I get told quite often that this is a pork barrel. Well, I want you folks to know, each time you drive across this, just remember, you're driving across a pork barrel that is bringing your tax dollars, built by your tax dollars, bringing it back home. And if this is a pork barrel, I'm proud to have been a small part of making sure that you have a bridge that will connect east side and west side. And for those who are critics, this money be spent someplace in the United States. It was budgeted. It was going to be appropriated. When we bring it back home, you see your own tax dollars coming back to work for you. And I'm going to continue to support this program. And in the future, when our children and our grandchildren will have this safe bridge to pass, they can thank the people like yourselves here. And just at lunch today, an engineer told me, if you would climb underneath the old bridge, on Main Street Bridge, and look at the underneath there, you'd park your car and walk across. So I hope that this bridge is opened early next Tuesday, that it's in time. So again, thank you very much for inviting me to be a small part of this very important celebration today. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, John. Of course, this is a long and complex project, big crossings. And you know every year that there are many accidents, 10 to 25 accidents every year involving an automobile and a train. What this project will do will replace 42 grade crossings, be a much safer city for us to live in and pass through and protect the public. A project of this nature, of course, requires the cooperation of many, many people and many, many organizations, not the least of which is the railroads. We've had great cooperation from the railroads involved in this project, and here representing CSX Transportation Corporation is Chairman Robert Kirk. Robert Kirk also is a Purdue graduate, and he's been in Lafayette many, many times, and we're pleased to welcome him back for this occasion.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jim. You know, it's a delight to be here on such a gorgeous day and to see all this friendly atmosphere between Lafayette and West Lafayette. In fact, I decided, as I looked around, I met a few people, I realized that things are so friendly today that a couple of people from Bloomington managed to make it into the crowd. I couldn't imagine that, but things have changed, I guess, since I went to school here. I would like to say, however, thanks very, very much for the emphasis on safety. Safety and quality go together for the railroad. It's an extremely important thing. A couple months ago, we became the safest railroad in the country after having been 9th some years ago, 7th and 9th. And that's what we want to put the emphasis on. We commend it to you, and thank you very much for keeping the emphasis on that, Jim. Thank you.
Of course, the other major railroad involved in this project is the Norfolk and Southern Corporation, and we work very closely with them. And here representing the Norfolk and Southern Corporation is Clifford De La Croix, Vice President of Public Affairs. And of course, we have to work very closely with the state of Indiana, particularly the Indiana Department of Highways. And here representing the state of Indiana, the Deputy Commissioner of Indiana Department of Highways, Kathy Lyon Davis. Kathy?
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. We have good news, and this is an announcement today that not even Jim knows about. We understand that there has been a major bid on Main Street Bridge that Weight Watchers International will buy it. Just as soon as this would open, because we figured this will be smoother. I hope you will join with me in singing East Side, West Side in this particular version. For those of you who do not know it, hum along, will you please? Bill? Here we go. East Side, West Side, all around the town. Our cities now are united by this lovely river crown. Now we'll cross the river with the greatest of ease. We'll fly from east side to west and back as smoothly as we please. East side, west side, watch the traffic flow. We cross the Wabash in nothing flat, as fast as we can go. Even though trains are running, we will not be detained. Let's finish all of the phases, friends, and never more complain. Thank you.
Good job. There are other people in the audience that I want to introduce to you. There are too many of them to make a few remarks, but I would like to recognize the Tippecanoe County Commissioners. And I know that it's taken a long time. I can recall the groundbreaking we had for this project November of 1989. We asked for your patience. We asked that you have a little bit of consideration for the inconvenience you're going to face going back and forth across the dust and the mud and everything, the bumps on the bridge. I know.
Don't drop it on your toe. This is hard to have the steel toe area.
As far as the Democrats gave that to a Republican.
Well, I'm just carrying it. Some people got to carry the... You want to cut the mustard with this? This is cut red tape. It'll take a bigger one than this to cut the red tape on it.
Well, that's a dandy.
It sure is, Jim. Huge.
You can drop that sucker.
Maybe you can have your picture taken. Yeah, hold the ribbon.
You want to hold that up?
We're cutting the red tape now.
Good job. Good job. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute, Jim.
Congratulations. Good to see you again. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah. Good to get him. Have to get Sonia. This year,
yeah, all right. Well, I was thought the Girl Scouts were supposed to at least work out.
When you get across here, you get right to the right, you get to see the courthouse between those two buildings. It's a sight that's going to be you have never seen.
Bank One sure has a good sign. I noticed that.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah.
Very prominent.
That looks great.
Yeah, I have to pay for that.
Did
you go to therapy today?
Yeah.
But you don't have to do this yet.
You know I wanted that for a long time.
John skated me to deauthorize Big Pine and Lafayette. I said, shit. I know Big Pine's in your area now.
I know what you mean.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah, nice breeze. That breeze feels pretty good.
Yeah, this is
How appropriate. Yeah, sure is.
It is that.
It's a good thing he played basketball so he can walk backwards.
He used to be a defensive back.
Yeah.
Like your time.
Thank you. He plays music too. You ought to hear that, Brent. He plays. I've been working on it.
Sarah in front of you. I want to do it up high. Across the bridge. Whoa.
It's all about math.
Hey, dude!
He came over here.
No, you can't. That's his own private car.
The voice of Thomas is strolling on the sidewalk when they're not supposed to be.
That's right. Don't hold on to it.
What is that?
Oh, shit. I mean, yeah, it's great. I mean, I still, I'm going to miss that 5 o'clock.
I was...
Don't let anybody tell you that.
Hey, Mom! Hi, Mom! Chris, come on. Bridge. Hello.
The camera. I thought you
Never know, we might be on.
covering the story? Who's covering the story? Like reporter-wise? Yeah. Jill Detmeyer. Oh, yeah. There, you're on.
Peace.
See those frames right there?